15 ways to play with saturation in a painting for beginners. Saturation is a key element in painting that determines how bright or muted a color appears. Learning how to control and play with saturation can enhance mood, create depth, and bring balance to your artwork. Whether you're a beginner or looking to refine your skills, here are 15 simple ways to experiment with saturation in your paintings. 1. Understand what saturation means. Saturation refers to how pure or intense a color is. A highly saturated color is bright and vivid, while a desaturated color is muted or dull. Knowing this helps you control the impact of color in your painting. 2. Use pure colors for high saturation. If you want a part of your painting to stand out, use colors straight from the tube. These are fully saturated and create strong visual impact. However, they should be used sparingly for balance. 3. Mix colors to reduce saturation. To tone down a color, mix in a neutral color like gray, brown, or its complementary color, for example, mix a bit of green into red. This helps create softer, more natural tones. 4. Create a focal point with high saturation. Use highly saturated colors in your focal point to naturally draw the viewer's eye. Surround it with desaturated tones to make the color pop even more. 5. Balance bright and muted colors. A painting filled with only highly saturated colors can feel overwhelming. Instead, mix in desaturated tones to create contrast and make bright colors feel even stronger. 6. Use desaturated colors for depth. In landscapes, colors in the foreground should be more saturated, while background colors should be less intense. This creates depth and atmospheric perspective. 7. Test your colors with a grayscale check. Take a photo of your painting and convert it to black and white. If your composition still looks balanced, your saturation levels are working well. If it looks too uniform, try adjusting the contrast between saturated and desaturated areas. 8. Experiment with glazing to adjust saturation. Thin layers of transparent paint, called glazing, can increase or decrease saturation gradually. Use a glaze of a complementary color to mute a color or a pure glaze to boost its intensity. 9. Control saturation based on mood. Bright, saturated colors create a happy, energetic, or dramatic mood. Muted, desaturated colors create a calm, peaceful, or nostalgic feel. Think about how you want the viewer to feel when they look at your painting. 10. Use warm versus cool saturation for contrast. Warm colors, reds, oranges, yellows, naturally feel more intense, while cool colors, blues, greens, purples, feel calmer and more distant. Vary saturation levels in warm and cool areas for more impact. 11. Create gradual saturation shifts. Instead of using one solid color, slowly transition from highly saturated to desaturated tones. This technique is useful in skies, water, and smooth backgrounds. 12. Let some areas be neutral for visual rest. Not every part of your painting needs to be full of color. Use neutral tones, grays, beiges, browns, to create resting areas so the saturated colors stand out more. 13. Avoid oversaturation by mixing thoughtfully. Too many bright colors in one place can look unnatural. Try pre-mixing colors on your palette instead of using them straight from the tube. This allows for better control of saturation levels. 14. Use saturation to suggest lighting. Objects in direct light often appear more saturated, while shadows tend to be desaturated and cooler. Adjust saturation accordingly to make lighting more believable. 15. Have fun and experiment. There's no single right way to use saturation. Try different combinations, test how colors interact, and see what works best for your style. The more you play with saturation, the better you'll understand its power in painting. Saturation is a powerful tool for creating mood, depth, and focus in a painting. By playing with bright and muted tones, you can enhance your compositions and bring your artwork to life. Keep experimenting, and most importantly, have fun with color.